Am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I am. Am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I am. Am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I am.
Nino Brown Boxing, and I'm back in the building. Shout out to the WBC. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. So I want to talk about the news that broke today on the fight against Danny Garcia and Brandon Rios being a fight for that WBC mandatory spot. Now, I've been listening to a lot of videos from everyone else in the boxing community. Shout out to everyone else. But the only thing that I'm missing is the Sean Porter talk. Now, not the Sean Porter talk where it would be a great fight for Sean Porter and Danny Garcia, but the fact that I thought Sean Porter was Keith Thurman's mandatory. What happened with that? I'm 100% sure, and in an interview, Kenny Porter definitely said if they are not the opponent for Keith Thurman after Keith Thurman returns to do a tune-up fight, it's going to be some problems and some phone calls going to be made. Now, I'm interested to see what, especially Kenny Porter, has to say about what the WBC has done for this Danny Garcia-Brandon Rios fight. Now, this can go a couple of ways, and it could pretty much put Danny in a position to fight Sean. Now, I don't know if it's just going to be, one guy's ranked number one guy's ranked number two, and the WBC just decides who they want to fight next, or who they want Keith Thurman to fight next, assuming that he beats Jesse Vargas. Or if the WBC is to the point where they're tired of Thurman being injured. They're tired of these guys taking these long layoffs like Danny Garcia did after his loss against Thurman. And he wasn't injured at all. So I just find it funny, with Sean Porter sitting around and waiting when, he's had opportunities to get a title shot. He could have, instead of waiting for Thurman to come back from an injury, have a tune-up, and fight Porter could have took the route to fight Earl Spence. I've made plenty of videos about that in the past and how I feel about that whole situation. But right now I want to focus on the WBC. To me, the best case scenario for the boxing fans, and honestly the best case scenario for Keith Thurman, is have Danny Garcia fight Brandon Rios for that mandatory spot and have that winner face Sean Porter. The WBC needs to order that to happen, and that winner is the guaranteed next WBC and mandatory for Keith Thurman. I think that is ideal. I think that's the best way for it to go. You put Danny Garcia and Sean Porter in the ring against each other. Now, once again, the Porters had made it known that they had interest in fighting Danny Garcia since Team Garcia made comments saying that Sean Porter was pretty much tailor-made for them. So I don't think Team Porter really has a problem with that Danny Garcia fight. But the way that Kenny Porter was painting the picture, that they were under the assumption that after a tune-up fight, which is Jesse Vargas in this situation, after that tune-up fight, Porter will be next in line. So this is very interesting, and it's very funny to me actually, because like all of this stuff, all of this BS surrounding the Thurman and Porter and Garcia, like it's pretty annoying. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of these guys just want to sit back and wait for Thurman. Like, he's the only person in the division with a belt. Like, Danny, you lost. And beating Brandon Rios should not put you in a position to get a shot at the unified champion. And honestly, I feel the same way about Sean Porter to an extent. But Sean Porter definitely, he's been in the ring. He beat the brakes off of Berto, and he went against Adrian Granados. So in between the Thurman fight, even though I understand that the Thurman-Porter fight happened way before the Thurman-Garcia fight, still, Sean Porter, he had two fights. And I don't want anyone to say, oh yeah, I'm biased for Porter over Garcia. If you've seen any of my previous videos, the way that I go in on Sean Porter, come on now. But the truth is the truth. If anyone deserves a shot at Keith Thurman, when you're talking about Danny Garcia and Shawn Porter definitely deserves a shot over Garcia. But at the same time, since that was Garcia's belt, I feel like they should just, they should get in the ring and they should just fight it out. That WBC title did belong to Garcia. He didn't get a rematch, and Garcia and Porter getting in the ring, and you just finding out who is the best welterweight that doesn't have a title in that WBC rankings. You should just find out who's the best one, have them all fight each other, like they should be doing in the first place, and then you put that guy in the ring with Thurman. Because waiting around, it's just a waste of time, man. It's really just a waste of time, and the fans are tired of it. I know I'm tired of it, so let them fight. Me personally, I don't care if Danny's pissed. I don't care if Shawn Porter's pissed. Like, they just have to get over it, because all of this sitting around, waiting on the sideline, saying that, oh, you want to be a champion, you want to unify, you want legacy, you want greatness, but you want to pick and choose the champions in your division that you fight, and you want to pretend like Errol Spence doesn't pretty much have an open invitation. Like, this reminds me of like the old school WWF when the guy Crash Holly had a 24/7 rule on his hardcore title. I'm taking it back. That's my childhood. But it was just one of those things where that's pretty much what Errol Spence is doing. He's letting anyone know, if you want it, you can get it. And it's just that simple. It's no fluff when it comes to that saying. He really means what he said. He really means what he says. If you want it, you can get it. And people may talk all of this trash. They may get on social media. They may get in interviews and say they want to be the greatest and they want to do this and they want to do that. But their actions are definitely speaking louder than their words. And they're not, they're not really putting their money where their mouth is. So I feel like these guys really don't want that Errol Spence work. I mean, we already know that. But at the same time, if they're going to get Keith Thurman, and they're going to, even though it is the WBC, if they're going to get a shot to become a unified champ, they should earn it. It's simple as that. Danny had his opportunity. He blew it. Now he has to work to put himself in a position where he has that opportunity. I mean, some people may disagree, but I feel like Terrence Crawford should have an expedited route to Keith Thurman over Danny Garcia, for the simple fact, Terrence Crawford, he's done more. And anyone would agree, Danny Garcia's road to that WBC welterweight title, Terrence Crawford would have got it as well. So it's not like Danny's out here doing anything spectacular. It's not like he had a difficult road to obtain that WBC title. It was given to him. And I understand a part of that is not his fault. Amir Khan, he was on some BS and he was waiting around for Pacquiao and Mayweather, and none of that came to fruition. But at this point, it was still tougher competition in the welterweight division outside of, I believe, Robert Guerrero, for Danny Garcia to get in the ring with and make that fight happen. So we'll see what happens, guys. I mean, all I hope is the end result is Porter and Garcia have to scrap it out in order to get a piece of Thurman. Normally, I wouldn't defend Thurman, but at the same time, Thurman did, he did what he's supposed to do. He defended his belt against Porter. He beat Porter. He was in a unified match with Garcia. He beat Garcia, took his belt, defended his WBA title. Now he's unified. Cool. When it comes to those guys, Garcia and Porter, I have no issue with Thurman. I would defend Thurman every step of the way because he already knocked those guys off. My issue with Thurman, it comes up when you're talking about my boy Errol Spence. So, man, hopefully it just plays out the way that I see it. But until next time, this is Nino Brown Boxing. Shout out to the LWBC. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Peace.